Hey you guys, I'm back with another YouTube video, and as you guys can see, I'm going to be doing my acrylic toes today. So I did just soak my previous set on, and I probably had those on for about a month and a half to 2 months, so it was definitely time for a new set. For today's video, I will be leaving the whole thing in real time, and I'm currently pushing my cuticles back. And when I'm finished with doing this, I am going to go in with this cuticle bit that I got from Amazon. And this bit did come in a very large pack, so I am going to link that down below so you guys could check it out. Whenever you're using cuticle bits, you do want to make sure that you're holding it flat to the nail bed and that you're taking your time, because I cut myself with a cuticle bit before, y'all, and I didn't even know that was possible. So I am using this on a very slow speed, and I'm going to start from my left side and slowly make it over to the right side. Now I'm going in with my sanding band, and I do rub the sanding band against a hand file before I start to use this so I can get off those really sharp edges. And I'm going to start to remove the shine off my natural nails. Once again, I am using this on a low speed, and I'm going to be very gentle because my toenails is looking way better than they did before. I think I told y'all some months ago I went to the nail salon to get my feet done to see how they pedicures go, how much they charge, so I would know how much I wanted to charge when I started. But I think she overfiled my nails trying to soak the acrylic off my toes, and I can't have that again. To dehydrate the nails and to remove the dust, I am going to go in with this scrub brush and some alcohol. Afterwards, when this was completely dried, I did go in with 1 coat of my Young Nails Protein Bond and 1 coat of my No Lift Primer. So right now I'm applying the primer. But before I did this, I did go in with 1 coat of that Young Nails Protein Bond. And I kid y'all not, y'all acrylic toes will stay on until your toes fall off. That stuff is the truth. So today I am going to be using my Young Nails Flamingo cover. No, actually I'm lying. This color is actually Speed Bubblegum from Young Nails. And originally I used this on my nails and told myself this might have been too light, but I still decided to do it on my toes, and it gave off a very natural base. After applying my bead, I always focus on the cuticle area first so that I could start to let the acrylic powder set just a little more. And before I start to fully bring that bead down, I'm going to make sure that the sidewalls is clean and that no product is touching the skin. Just like with the previous toenail, I'm going to apply my bead in the center of my toenail and then very slowly start to focus on the cuticle area before I start to bring the acrylic powder down. Now, what I will say about acrylic toes is I feel like in the past I was using way too much product and then later had to thin them out. So I go in with very small beads, and if I need to add more product, I'll later add it on top. Once I feel like the acrylic powder is set enough and it's not going to just run off the nail, that's when I'll go back, clean up the sidewalls, and very slowly start to drag this acrylic down and remove some of the product. Now, if there's a lot of acrylic that's left, I'm going to go in with my cuticle pusher to remove some. But for the most part, my toenails are already square, so if I use just the right amount of product, I won't have to go in and do this. Right here, I wanted to get even more up close, and this angle, y'all, was real good. I was literally folding my back in half trying to make sure I got the most perfect angle. So I'm gonna let you guys finish watching this application, and then we're gonna jump right into reshaping and debulking these toes. All right, so real quick though, for the big toenail, I always recommend doing it in 2 beads. Now, if you're feeling bold, you could do it in 1, but me personally, I like to let that first bead create the structure, and then the second bead, I aim for a extremely flawless cuticle application. So that's what I'm gonna do here. But just like before, I'm gonna make sure I start to pat around, bring the acrylic powder down, but I'm not gonna start to wipe it down until I feel like it started to set enough. Very quickly, comment down below some black hearts if you made it to this part of the video. And I finally figured out what the problem with my mic is. I'm sure some of you guys probably noticed the audio is much clearer, and I'm actually extremely embarrassed. I also really appreciate y'all for still watching my videos, because now I'm starting to think that the audio was bad and I didn't notice. Like, I thought the audio sounded normal. I guess my phone mic and the speakers were both muffled, not the point. But I did take down the previous video after you guys were saying that the audio was bad, but I thought it was just that video until I realized the audio was bad, and I do apologize. I was gonna repost the last video, which was me doing those really pretty soft green spring nails. I was gonna redo the whole audio and leave it in full time. So if you guys are interested in seeing the updated version of that video, feel free to comment down below, and I'm gonna get it posted as soon as possible. For reshaping and debulking my toenails, I do like to go ahead and square them out first, get them the shape I want them, and then start to debulk. So that's what I'm currently doing. I'm going to make sure that I go underneath the toenail, make sure that there's no acrylic hanging off on the sides, and straighten these out as square as possible. Currently, I'm going in with this drill bit that I got from Amazon. Now, y'all, this drill bit is not a safety bit, and you can curse. You can hurt somebody. I didn't know if I was going to say cut or hurt, but you definitely can hurt somebody with this. So normally when I'm doing this on clients, I always use it at a low speed unless I'm on the big toe and I'm not towards the cuticle area at all. So I'm just going to start to file the surface of the nails very gently, get this as smooth as possible, and go underneath the nail if I need to, if there's any extra acrylic that needs to be removed. For my big toenail, I actually like to go in with my hand file and file it since it's one of the larger toenails, and I feel like using my hand file gets it really flat. I like for my acrylic toes to be really flat and look as natural as possible. Also, it's just much easier to paint your French tip if it's really smooth. And of course, after this, I am going to go in with the buffer to remove all those really small scratches. So I wanted to try out some black French tip toes today. Normally I do white, but I was feeling a little spicy and I wanted to do black. So I'm going in with this black gel polish from D&D, and once I'm finished, I am going to make sure that these are fully cured before I go on with my designs. Now I did not top coat these nails at all. I just made sure that they were really buffed and really smooth. If the nail has a lot of scratches and you try to go and paint the French tip, it's definitely not going to give the same look, and you are going to have a hard time constantly going back because the polish is going to seep into those fine lines. And I hope I'm not talking too much, but I'm real excited about this audio being real clear. I was gonna keep my toes plain, but I think since I'm the nail tech and I have all of the products, why would I keep my toes plain? So I decided that I wanted to go in with this big pink flower, and I did get these flowers in a little package off Amazon. It came with a bunch of different colors, and I'm also going to be going in with my Priosa and Serenity crystals. So I will be using Mia Secret's rhinestone glue. I normally use Zoulay's, but Mia Secret is right at the nail supply store, so it was much easier to purchase, but both glues are still really good. I do like both of them. Once I'm finished applying all of my rhinestones, I'm going to make sure that that glue fully dries, and then I'm going to top coat these nails. You guys let me know down below how y'all feel about these. I absolutely love them. And do y'all be doing your own toes? I know your back probably hurt, but it'd be worth it when you could do it by yourself. You don't got to spend the money. But like I said, let me know down below how y'all feel about this, and I'm going to see you guys in my next tutorial.